Hey guys, Arm&Gun here today with the Kriss Vector. This is their CBR model, their carbine with a full-length barrel. In the United States, it's going to be 16-inch. Up here in Canada, it's 18.5 or 18.6, just to give us a little extra bit of length so we skirt our SPR laws. Anyways, this thing is Glock mag compatible, of course. This particular model is chambered in 45 ACP, though there are versions in a number of other calibers. Let's just really quickly prove it clear. Good to go. So really cool system for a lot of reasons. We're gonna get into that this week. I'm gonna do a shooting video tomorrow, disassembly, and then an overview, and I'll explain kind of the development process of this thing, because it's pretty cool. Again, this is the Gen 2, which bears a few differences to today's bonus gun, which is the Gen 1. This one, however, is the SBR model, 5.5-inch barrel. Prove it clear. Still takes those Glock mags, which is awesome. This one is also in 45 ACP, which is pretty slick. And but differences between the two models. You got a different stock mechanism, different trigger, different safety. Lots of different things going on here, guys. Also, this one came with the original Kriss irons before they went out to the Magpul MBIS sights. And again, so we're gonna talk about that one in a future video series. Probably pretty quick here, but I'll bring that one up later. And again, that's the Gen 1. So I'll in the main overview here, I'll actually cover the differences between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2. This cool little optic here too. It's kind of like a take on the Elcan Spectre DR, but it's made by NC Star, called a Vism Eco. Pretty cool little optic. I actually bought this optic with this gun when I originally got it like 4 years ago, and have never really used it, but it is cool. I thought I'd throw it on here nonetheless. Anyways, that's pretty much going to be the gun of the week this week. We're going to, again, explore this in more detail. I'm just going to do a quick peek around my gun studio here. I'm going to have some changes that are really exciting coming really soon. So these walls are soon going to be covered in Accu-Tac. I'm super pumped about that. Right now, I just got my massive round metal safe, which has been amazing. I got that last fall, loving it. And finally the plan was to deck out all the way around it with Accu-Tac. That stuff's coming soon. Stay tuned, a couple weeks, it should all be in. Thanks ton guys, Arm&Gun out. And just like that, I'm back in with another gun, though this is not another gun of the week. This is just me finishing up this video here. I wanted to add to it because, well, for a few reasons. So first of all, everything you just saw was about 2 weeks old, and that's for two reasons, which I'll share with you real swift. Well, first off, we are clear, just wanted to prove that. This right now, what you're seeing right now is literally filmed on Thursday, April, 9th today, and it's like 7 p.m. or something like that. So literally just before this video goes live, I'm talking about this stuff. So have a good time. I'm just gonna explain a few things. I got some cool stuff for you guys. I got 3 giveaways to tell you guys about, a super cool PRS product, and if you guys are into Nods&Thermal, well, I got a cool announcement about that I'll talk about at the very end. So first off, why am I even talking right now? Well, the reason that stuff was filmed 2 weeks ago, the previous, like the Kriss Vector stuff, and the rest of the few videos you'll see after that, finishing off the series of the shooting, the disassembly, and the overview and stuff like that. I've also got a video just discussing the differences between Gen 1 and Gen 2. But the reason I'm so ahead on that is twofold. One, I've got a lot more time on my hands right now, just for the whole COVID-19 thing going on right now. I'm both working from home and kind of not working. At least the part of my job that I do, that I get paid for, has kind of got shut down. There's still other stuff I'm working on outside of that's keeping me pretty busy, but nonetheless, I'm at home and I'm working a lot, so I've got a lot of more opportunity to do these videos, and that's been awesome. I'm actually quite a bit ahead right now, which is super cool, because it means I can basically crank these things out almost on a daily basis. At least that's my goal for April here, is to basically pump out a video a day. And we'll see if this thing continues long enough, I might get enough ahead that I can just keep pumping them out. Reason 2 that was filmed 2 weeks ago was because that gun is now gone, which is kind of sad, but that's how she goes. So again, with the resulting financial fluctuations, I kind of felt it'd be best to sell a few things, because I'd made a few commitments for upgrading my studio, and I had a couple of other gun commitments that I wanted to follow through on. So I basically just, I decided to, in the effort of keeping funds flowing, sell a few things. Everything is hunky-dory, we're fine. So the first victim of COVID-19 for my gun collection was that Kriss Vector. And you know what? It's fine. it had that stupid long barrel anyways, so it's gone. And that's just me being chapped and trying to reassure myself that it was good to let it go. It was actually a sweet gun. But nonetheless, so the announcement, I actually made an announcement in this same intro video next week for next week's Gun of the Week. Just with this first little intro video that we're going to start transitioning, not sure into what yet. I don't want to say it's going to be a vlog, but it's going to be something less formal where I can communicate with you guys on like almost a real-time basis and discuss things like the giveaways and new information and new products, things like that, that I think might be of value to you. And just if you want to know some updates in my life that are pertinent to the channel, or again, channel upgrades, I will discuss those things here first. So let's kick this thing off. First giveaway is actually by these guys, Cross Industries, with their new Cross Mag that they debuted at SHOT Show 2020. These things just started shipping. I've been lucky enough to have them, been playing with them for a couple months, and they got my full approval. I love these things. They're super durable. They're lightweight. They like 5.56 and 3 are blackout. And they're going to be releasing more colors soon and more calibers. There'll be a 7.62 by 39 coming out pretty soon. So anyways, this giveaway is going to be running on my Instagram page, link in the description below. It's going to be super easy to participate. When I do giveaways, they're not like, tag 7 friends and give your top 2 suggestions and follow these 13 accounts. Like it's super simple. So just look for details on that. We'll get through it together. Super easy. And we're giving away a lot of these things. Basically, if you're in a banned state or a banned country like Canada or Europe, these things apply a lot to Europe as well. Though I'm not sure that we can do the European giveaway just yet. I'm not sure how shipping works for that. But even if we can't, these will be coming to you soon. In Canada, Cross Industries wants me to give away 2 of these things to each winner, and they want me to select a winner from each province in Canada and each banned state in the United States. So I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna figure out what state and province people are from, up front without, I don't want to ask people to like put down what state or province. I don't want to like be intrusive and ask for information like that. Again, we're gonna keep it really nice and simple, but we're gonna figure something like that there. Anyways, stay tuned to my channel real swift for that. Giveaway number 2 is these guys, Accu-Tac. So I'm not running this one myself. I'm actually participating in this. I just found out about it last night, and I thought it was super cool. I have a few bipods by Accu-Tac because they are super rugged and super sexy, and I just freaking love them. So they're really high end, and basically they just want to add some humor to this whole COVID-19 thing, some lighten the mood a little bit. So their thing was literally you had to make a joke, a Chuck Norris style joke involving their Accu-Tac bipod. So I'll share mine with you. It's probably a little bit lame, but whatever. I threw it out there. They didn't pick it. They picked some other one, but that's okay. My joke was Chuck Norris doesn't mount an Accu-Tac to his rifle. He mounts an Accu-Tac to himself. And I thought that was funny because, he's pretty much the living embodiment of a weapon. But nonetheless, they picked some joke about some dinosaur extinction looked at a Accu-Tac the wrong way, and that's why they're gone joke. But hey, I'm not bitter. It was a fair thing. It was a fun thing to be in. And anyways, just they announced the winner, and they announced that they're going to be doing giveaways on a weekly basis for the next little while. So, and literally, if you win, you just get to pick an Accu-Tac product, and they will send it to you. So that's awesome. These things are like $400 US. So take them up on that. It's a great thing. And again, that's just on their Instagram. Giveaway number 3 requires a little bit of a segue. So, segue, zero compromise optic. That's the cool piece of kit if you're into PRS or precision shooting. Check these guys out if you haven't already, if you don't know who they are, because they are really shaking up the high-end optic game because they're giving you an incredible package, and it's like kind of like $1,000 cheaper than a lot of the other like really, really, really high-end options out there. Anyways, that's not the point I want to talk about. The point I want to talk about is they released a new reticle. It's called their Impact 3. I don't have it yet. Literally, it's going to come out in a couple days. They debuted at SHOT Show. I spent a long time talking with Nick at Zero Comp. He's the guy that designed it. And he explained, when I first saw it was super busy. Sorry, my battery had died there, so I just had to get it charged up and back here. So Nick was explaining to me the ZCO optic, and I'm looking through it thinking like, okay, I don't understand anything. As he explains it, the lights start going on. I start understanding what this reticle is all about, and it makes a lot of sense. All of a sudden, it's like, this thing is super cool. I'm getting super excited about it. And like, full disclaimer, I'm new to PRS. I'm new to precision shooting and fancy optics and stuff. So even as a noob in this industry, I'm getting super excited about what this thing offers and how it's basically a game changer. And then after he finished explaining to me, and I'm falling in love with it and geeking out on it, I see other guys that actually know their stuff. They're coming through here and they're having the same thing happen. They're seeing the reticle, they're being like, whoa, this is busy, I don't understand this, like, just give me Horus, you know? Or stick with your impact too. And then Nick's like, hold on, let me explain it. He goes through it, you see the light go on in their head too. They have the same eureka moment and they walk away thinking like, saying literally, this might be my new favorite reticle. So I like what these guys do. No, they don't send me free stuff. Though I might be getting a demo scope from these guys just to play like some kind of demo scope, not for free, nothing like that, but just to get on the channel here and explain the reticle because it is super cool. And I really like what these guys do. It's a small company and they're doing great things and they're offering a lot of value for what they do. And I think it's a game-changing reticle and I want to get information out there on it. So I'm going to be adding some, because I've got a bunch of really cool optics, like from the L cans to the ZCO stuff now, and a few other cool things as well. And I've got a camera now from Accu-Tac that lets me look through the scope and explain the reticle while I'm talking about it and get you guys to really see that in person. So we're going to start adding some of that content to the channel as well, whether that's its own optics series or whether it's part of gun gear. The other kind of segment that I've been adding in. Been doing a lot of stuff with this channel lately, and it's actually been a lot of fun. I'm really digging it. So anyways, that's all of that. And segue into the next giveaway was these guys, distributor in Canada is Go Big Tactical. And if you are at all into PRS in Canada, you need to talk to Tom at Go Big because he will set you up and he will, that's the place to go for the PRS community in Canada. He's really focused on that and he's done a fantastic job. And that's how I originally found ZCO, was through a buddy that bought it and was raving about it and said, hey, you got to talk to Tom about this thing. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway with Go Big real swift here. It's probably going to be Canada only just because he's a Canadian guy and just logistics shipping internationally is not worth it. So that might be Canada only, but again, check out the description below. If you're in the United States, you can order direct or go through someone like Mile High. I think they're a zero comp dealer in the United States. So if you're into zero comp and you're in Europe, follow my buddy at Scar AT. He's again another Instagram dude, but he's in Austria and he's got a demo scope from these guys right now too that he's playing with and pitting against a Schmidt & Bender. So check him out. Reach out to him if you want to learn more about ZCO in Europe. And lastly, and most excitingly, is the Nods&Thermal stuff. So I've been interested in Nods&Thermal for a while now, and I just haven't had the time to kind of take the plunge to learn it. Because honestly, as a noob in that side of things as well, it's pretty intimidating. There's not a lot of clear, concise information out there to get someone going. So you dig through some forums, but you don't really know what anything is yet, and I don't know, like it's... I actually reached out to a couple of buddies that are really into it, and they filled me in. Cost of Defense in the States, that guy was super open and gave you a lot of good information, and my buddy up here near me, who's been super into it and probably my main influence for it, gave me the lowdown. I talked his ear off for several hours in the last few days, and he even offered to loan me a Gen 3 monocle. Basically, it's a monocular. So it's going to be a PVS 14 Gen 3 auto-gated Omni 7 tubes. And I'm going to be playing with that thing real swift here. I just got some Skull Crusher for it, but that's all right. I'll figure out a helmet soon enough. I can use it so I can start learning because I'm really excited. And I think the fact that civilians can play with thermal and nods is super cool, and it's so underappreciated. And I think if a lot more guys could kind of get into it without being intimidated. Yes, it's expensive, but all this stuff's expensive. So, I mean, for the price of this with all that mount stuff, you could have a Gen 3 monocle or monocular and mount. So like it's attainable, and it just opens up a whole new world of possibilities. Same with thermal, really cool stuff out there. So I'm going to start bringing that to the channel. I'm going to start talking about my early exploits with the stuff in these just kind of like low-key weekly videos, so you guys can get updates from me on that. And then I'll start incorporating it into my content on a more legit sense, I guess, as I feel more comfortable with it, as I learn more about it and get some more experience with it. So I've got the night vision coming from my buddy, and then I reached out to my buddies at Wolverine Supplies. These guys, again, in Canada, they're wicked awesome guy. If you guys are in Canada, check these guys out. They do a ton for the community, and they work with me a lot as well, just because I try and get their name out there, and because I really believe in the service they offer. I just reached out. I literally just asked them today, saying, hey, buddy's loaning me some nods. I also want to check out thermal. Can I play with the demo unit for a little while? And they said yes. Basically on the phone within a couple minutes of just answering. So I was super grateful for that. And little did they know I'm not going to want to give it back. Or maybe that's even why they're sending it to me. They're going to be like, yo, he's not going to want to send it back. He's just going to buy it. So I don't know. Maybe it's a win-win, or who knows. But nonetheless, I'm super pumped about it. And there's going to be more of that coming. And that's That's it. I've talked about enough, I think, stuff tonight. If you guys are interested, again, I'm super grateful for your viewership. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and I just feel like it's my way of giving back to the community. So thanks a ton. Look for more. Arm&Gun out.